It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 of the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Kansas Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Kansas City is known for many things, whether it be delicious barbecue, the Kansas City Royals, the Kansas City Chiefs. There's also this, the Kansas Speedway, just outside of the main metro. We are here for race number 11 of 32 in season number 3 of the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series. This is the Smokehouse BBQ 400. 42 drivers going to take on this mile-and-a-half track for 54 laps as you, the fans, voted for either 67 laps or 54 laps. You voted to keep the original 54, and we are going to do just that. Coming into this weekend, it is Will Parrish atop the standings, 286 points to the championship, 4 ahead of Darian Arnsdorf, 11 ahead of Eric Monaco, 16 ahead of both Sophia Fragniti and Sam Bodoskin, 19 ahead of Trey Smith, 21 ahead of Benny Watson, 31 ahead of Alexander Rowe, 39 ahead of Trey Wright, and 43 ahead of now 10th place pointsman Jacob Thibodeau. It's going to be a good one here at Kansas, so let's go down track side, get you your starting lineup, and we'll get this pace lap started. And we're going to get these cars rolling off here at Kansas. Jackson Harrison, uncharted driver, is on the pole alongside the 81 of Roy Rebelton. In row 2, we find Owen Miles in the 25 alongside Ben Crouch in the 74. In row 3, it's Nathan Smith in the 84 alongside points leader Will Parrish. In row 4, it's Christopher Reynolds and Charlie Davenport. Rounding out the top 10, it's Joey Hightower and Alexander Rowe. Looks like everybody is off rolling here on the pacing line, so we will not have to restart again. I've already had to do that once, so hopefully we're all good. Mile-and-a-half track for 54 laps. Kansas is always a good one. It was a very clean race last season, but remember that race was run completely in the nighttime hours. And we are doing this one underneath a cloudy sky here in KC. It's going to be a good one here at Kansas Speedway. Pace car comes down onto the pit road, and the 42 car is getting ready to be unleashed here at the Smokehouse BBQ 400. It is green. We are racing at Kansas. How about this side-by-side out of turn 4? Back to the line, though. Harrison's going to hold on to it. Jackson Harrison leads lap number 1 of the Smokehouse BBQ 400. Owen Miles not waiting around. He's going to try to get to the inside of Roy Rebelton. Rebelton's going to hold on to it into second. Back into second he goes to chase after the 50 of Jackson Harrison. Reynolds going after both Nathan Smith and Owen Miles there, and he is going to lose positions. He slips backwards, stays in the 5th position there. Rebelton going for the lead ahead on Jackson Harrison there. Harrison's going to use that top line and get by. Nathan Smith uses the bottom line on Owen Miles. He takes the 3rd position away. He's going to try the top side, headed off into turn 3 and 4 on Roy Rebelton. And it's going to work. Nathan Smith flying here at Kansas. 4th to 2nd in 1 lap. Miles down low on Roy Rebelton. He's going to have a good chance of taking the position here. Sebastian Kukulon and Ben Crouch in behind there, going underneath Christopher Reynolds and Joey Hightower. 2 by 2 by 2 behind the top two ahead, Jackson Harrison and Nathan Smith. Always nice to have some good mile-and-a-half fun here in the Cabela's Cup Series. As for the race lead, Nathan Smith in the 84 is going to go to the point here at Kansas. Oh man, these mile-and-a-half tracks are so fun. With the exception of Kentucky, I would say some of the mile-and-a-half tracks here in NR are the best that simulation has to offer. And if you like this, well, don't worry, we're headed to another one next weekend. It's the Texas Motor Speedway, my home track in Fort Worth, Texas. It's going to be a fun one for sure. It's not going to be the one with reduced banking. Don't worry about that. We got a good version of Texas ready. I've been testing it like crazy, and I'm sure y'all are going to enjoy it for sure. As while I was mentioning that, Nathan Smith in the 84 went to the lead there as we saw him get around Jackson Harrison. That's the first lead change of the race. Owen Miles into the third position ahead of Roy Riddleton, side by side for fifth. Give it to the Season 1 champion, Ben Crouch, for the time being, trying to get around Joey Hightower for good. But Hightower going to stretch back by in that Rock Car Racing number 8. And Ben Crouch will slip to 6th. Sebastian Kugelon up to 7th. And Alexander Rowe to 8th. Josiah Robinson 9th. Christopher Reynolds in 10th. Crouch trying again to get by Hightower. He's going to clear him out of corner number 2 this time. And the Season 1 champion to the 5th position. Oh, not going to keep it though. Hightower, what a launch. Going off into turn 3. A beautiful leapfrog there. And he gets back by the Season 1 champion. It's singled out for the first few positions, but still the action is hot and heavy. Alexander Rowe getting by the 82 of Kukulon, as is Josiah Robinson. Don't look now, here comes Carter Joey in the 31, the other of 2 uncharted cars in this field. The uncharted guys having a phenomenal day so far here in the Smokehouse BBQ 400, as I believe I saw the green light on pit road. I guess we're good. I thought the caution was out there. But we are all good, clean and green here in the Smokehouse BBQ 400 for the time being. Keegan Thompson, a big run there on the top side of Trey Smith in the 77. That is for 17th on track. What a run he got on that top side. Top side seems to be the preferred line here in the early laps, as Trey Smith came back at the last second and got back around that 46. That is classic. But up ahead, Nathan Smith has a big lead right now, 0.7 seconds ahead of Jackson Harrison. Owen Miles, Hightower, and Ben Crouch going to go at it here for the 3rd position. Miles has it for now. Hightower's trying to get it down low. Crouch trying to make a 3rd lane up top. Not going to get that to work. He's going to slip backwards next to Roy Riddleton and Josiah Robinson there. The gap for the lead closed significantly, though. From 0.77 to 0.38 this last time by, it's going to be a little bigger now. Harrison did not get a good lap there, although he didn't slip near as much as I thought he did. Smith is definitely pulling away right now, though. But Owen Miles still trying to get around Hightower. Not going to be able to this lap, so he'll pull back in line for now. Kukulon going back after the 11 of Alexander Rowe. This is for 9th on track, as Carter Joey has gotten by them. Christopher Reynolds going to give a push to the 82, headed off into turn 1. And Kukulon not going to be able to get by just yet. Rowe tried to break the momentum there, and looks like he did just that. Yes, he did. He will hold on to that position on track right now. But some shuffling going on up here. Joey Hightower and Owen Miles have gotten around Jackson Harrison. It's still Nathan Smith in the lead, but different challengers coming in behind him. Owen Miles has a fast car here at Kansas, trying to get around Joey Hightower to challenge for the lead of this race. Hightower's got a good run coming out of turn number 4 on the 84 of Nathan Smith. Could he try the leapfrog going into 1? He's going to try it. Is he close enough? Not quite. 0.15 was the difference at the line. I'd say it's going to be closer by the time they get to turn 3. Hightower not going to take the dive, though. Not yet, anyways. So Nathan Smith will hold on to the point. It's Hightower, Miles, Harrison, and Ribbleton. That is the top 5 right now here at Kansas. On to lap number 17 of the Smokehouse BBQ 400. Miles closing in on car number 8. And they'll be nose to tail headed down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Hightower trying to get another good run at Nathan Smith. He's pulling away from Miles. Not quite going to get there at Nathan Smith. Robinson and Ribbleton going to go side by side here. Give it to Josiah Robinson in the 52. That is for 5th on track right now. So expect the pit cycle to happen around the late 20s to early 30s on the lap count here. That's how it usually goes with these 1.5-mile tracks. It was a 0.15 second gap between Nathan Smith and Joey Hightower once again at the line. Hightower trying desperately to close back in on that 84. But I gotta say, Nathan Smith is doing a fantastic job right now. This is the best drive I've seen him have since he's been in the Cabela's Cup Series. And I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised about the run he is putting on for that single car team. Excellent job so far here in the Smokehouse BBQ 400. The single car team's really coming to life here at Kansas. You got Nathan Smith leading this race, and you got Ben Crouch running in the 6th position right there in that number 74, the Season 1 champion. Getting a little roughed up there from the 31 of Carter Joey. Carter Joey looking down low. Crouch is going to beat him to turn 3, though. But meanwhile, ahead is almost a half-second lead from first to second. It's actually more than that. It's over a half-second lead, 0.61. Josiah Robinson going to get by the 50 of Jackson Harrison for 3rd there. Owen Miles going to take a look for 4th. Not quite going to get there. It's going to be Ben Crouch 6th. Roy Ribbleton 7th. Carter Joey 8th. Titan Nicholas 9th. And Chris Reynolds the top 10 here at Kansas. We are just a handful of laps away from pit cycles as the field starts to accordion back together. Jackson Harrison slipping back on that top side. He'll fall behind the 31 of Carter Joey. Ben Crouch at the 74, closing into the backside of the 25 of Owen Miles. Josiah Robinson in front of them, and meanwhile, for the race lead, Hightower has closed in on Nathan Smith. A big run headed off into turn 3. Smith's going to hold on for now, though. And he'll stretch back away. Hightower simply made the run. He tried the move too early. And as a result, Nathan Smith will drive away. Crouch low on Miles, as is Carter Joey. He slips backwards to the 6th position as Crouch and Joey go to 4th and 5th. These top two have stretched out to a 1.5 second gap over Josiah Robinson in 3rd. Carter Joey gets by Ben Crouch for the 4th position. Crouch to 5th. Miles in 6th. Harrison in 7th. Ribbleton in 8th. Titan Nicholas 9th. Reynolds in the 10th position. And we're going to see pit cycles here. Nathan Smith comes down from the lead of the race. And the lead to Joey Hightower now at Kansas on lap 27. And not a lot coming down, just those 3. But we'll take a look again here overhead. See who else is going to come down. Hightower's going to come down. Miles, Reynolds, Creed, Rowe, Johnson coming down. Parrish coming down. Lewis, Rosero, Buck, Grorich, Miller, Davenport, and Arnsdorf. But that'll give Josiah Robinson the lead here at the Kansas Speedway. Make sure everything's all good, clean and green. And indeed, it's all clean and green right now at Kansas. And I would be surprised if we had somebody stay out at this point. Jacob Thibodeau is still on the track. He may have already pit, though. Yeah, now we're starting to see some cars come around that have already pit. Thibodeau hasn't pit yet. So he will be the last one to come to the pit road. Nathan Smith, I believe, is going to take the lead back here at Kansas once he clears this traffic. I believe Thibodeau is still on the pit road. And there he is, just now coming off. Nathan Smith is ahead of him, though. So Nathan Smith goes to the lead here at Kansas. Josiah Robinson in 2nd. Joey Hightower 3rd. Carter Joey 4th. Jackson Harrison 5th. Roy Ribbleton 6th. Owen Miles 7th. Titan Nicholas 8th, Beverly Creed 9th, and Ben Crouch will round out the top 10 here at Kansas. And it's a 1.69 second gap to the 84. And we may end up seeing another pit cycle before this race comes to a close, whether it be under caution or another green one. And the lead extended between Smith and Robinson. The race last night here for the Scotts National Series went caution-free. Or not last night, Friday night. Went caution-free. This race is caution-free by lap 33. We could very well go the rest of the distance like this. Hightower goes to the 2nd position. Joey taking a look at Robinson there for the 3rd spot. Robinson will hold on to it for the time being now. And Joey with the slingshot on Robinson. He moves to not the race lead, but to 3rd here at the Kansas Speedway. Robinson going to try to do the draft around him. Headed off into turn 3, side by side again. Joey with the run off of the corner. But meanwhile, the gap to the lead is shrinking down to 1.3 seconds as Harrison getting physical with Robinson sends the 52 wide, and there are 3 wide there for the 5th position. Give it to Alexander Owen Miles in the 25, who takes 5th place here at Kansas. But Nathan Smith continuing to show the way here, 1.39 seconds ahead of Joey Hightower, Carter Joey, Jackson Harrison, Owen Miles, Roy Ribbleton, Josiah Robinson, Beverly Creed, Titan Nicholas, and Ben Crouch. That's the top 10. An average race speed of 180.237 miles per hour here at Kansas. That is just beautiful. We're on to lap 38 this time by. It's far from over, man. What a race we've seen anyway. 180.473 miles per hour now. The gap staying about 1.39 seconds between Smith and Hightower. That is a massive gap. Take a look here on board with Hightower. You see how far ahead Nathan Smith is. Doesn't look like much. That's 1.24 seconds, and you know Hightower is trying everything he can to close in on the back of that 84 car. Coming out of turn number 4, again 1.24 seconds the gap last time. We'll see what it is this time. 0.91, so it's under a second now. Joey Hightower going underneath Jackson Harrison for the 3rd position. And it looks like Harrison's going to hold on to it. Nathan Smith still leads. Now it's down to a 0.8 second gap. 0.87 second gap. And a big leapfrog there going off into turn number 1. Nathan Stapleton on Alexander Rowe. That is for 19th on track. And for the time being, give it to Stapleton. 0.86 the gap up front, down from 0.87. Harrison and Joey closing in from 3rd and 4th. Meanwhile, Joey's going to take a look down low at the 50, half a car length gap. Headed off into turn 1. It looks like Carter Joey's going to take the spot. Yes, he will. $11 laps to go this time by. 0.29 seconds, the difference up front. Of course, remember, we may have to worry about one more pit cycle. Just one more. So everyone trying to get everything they get here as far as what comes to real estate and construction. Let's take a look. here at the battle for second. Carter Joey has closed in on Joey Hightower. Hightower gets the bump there from Carter Joey, who sends him wide side by side out of turn number 2. Joey is going to fall back in line behind Hightower. Meanwhile, Hightower trying to mount a charge. Hightower down to the inside to block Joey. Now 0.39 is all that remains here. Nathan Smith trying to hold on. 9 laps to go. 8 this time by. And of course, one more pit cycle coming up. 0.39 the gap. Joey Hightower and Carter Joey side by side for second. Give it to Carter. But Hightower going to take a look down low in that 8. And he is trying everything he can to get that second position back. Will he coming out of turn number 4 though? Joey on the top side. Hightower lead. Well, it doesn't count towards laps led, but he was ahead at the line. And closing in on Nathan Smith in the 84. Big run coming out of turn number 2. He's going to take a look, headed off into turn number 3. Not quite there. But he's not giving it up. Oh, he's going to have a run going off into turn number 1 now. He did not try the leapfrog, though. He must know we have pit cycles coming up. Nobody coming down this time by from the front group. And nobody else. Now 4.5 laps to go here at Kansas. Nathan Smith trying to hold on for his single car Polar Star Motorsports to get his first ever Cabela's Cup Series win. Joey Hightower, Jackson Harrison going to go at it for second. Carter Joey and Roy Ribbleton there for fourth. Hightower to second. Joey to third. Now 3 to go this time by. Joey Hightower closing in once again on Nathan Smith in the 84. A big leap going off into turn 1. He's there down low. Smith trying to work the top side, and he is going to, but Hightower is going to be there coming out of turn number 2. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Headed off into turn number 3. Hightower is going to take the lead away from car number 84. Nathan Smith slipping backwards. Now he's got trouble from the uncharted driver of Carter Joey coming up here. 2 laps to go with the Smokehouse BBQ 400. And will pit strategy play a factor here late in this one? Don't know if anybody's come down the pit road yet. Nathan Smith trying to get a lower line going there on Hightower. Not able to do it just yet, but there's one more lap to settle it. Hightower and Nathan Smith, 1, 2. Carter Joey right there waiting in the wings as they tangle. Last lap is underway at Kansas. 1.5 miles to go. Smith slow going off into turn 1. Joey's going to get down low, and Joey Hightower's going to pull away from both of them. Nathan Smith going to hold on to the second position. It's going on behind car number 8, Carter Joey. Carter Joey slips to the third position behind Nathan Smith, but up front, Joey Hightower for Rock Car Racing and Arthur Xavier wins the Smokehouse BBQ 400. A frantic race at Kansas, and it goes caution free. Holy smokes. Second weekend this season that we've had both of Scott's and the Cabela's Cup Series go caution free. You love to see it, especially with how good these races turned out. In my opinion, I hope y'all feel the same. But Joey Hightower, with his first career Cabela's Cup Series victory, he has won here at the Kansas Speedway. He'll come down to pit road. Let's take a look at your race finishing results here. A very short race at Kansas. Joey Hightower wins ahead of Nathan Smith, Carter Joey, Roy Rebleton, Jackson Harrison, Ben Crouch, Owen Miles, Josiah Robinson, Titan Nicholas, and Beverly Creed round out the top 10 there. We'll take a look at the rest of your standings here. Everybody finishing on the lead lap. That is beautiful. But, of course, some cars were better than others, and Kip Silverpoint did not have a good day at all in car number 68. She finishes last place here in the Smokehouse BBQ 400. But what a race we saw. What an absolute thriller. And it's capped off with a Joey Hightower victory, and hopefully that will redeem his image in the NOFSRL just a little bit after that Turkey Hill National Armory Digital race. But that's going to wrap us up here at Kansas. Congratulations to Joey Hightower on winning here at Kansas. Locks himself into next month's All-Star race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And he is just the latest one to lock himself in. He joins Ryan Durrani from last week as well, who did the same thing, and of course Darren Arnsdorf before at Richmond, and everyone else that has won in the Cabela's Cup Series to this point, and even parts of last season carry over to this season, the ones who signed back on in one fashion or another. But we'll see you in the next race at Texas Motor Speedway for the HEB 500. That's going to be a beautiful race under the lights. I hope y'all are ready for it. I know I am. Until the next race, we'll take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, wrap it up here at Kansas. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.